Hello everyone, this is Helen H. and welcome to my channel, Moss Cottage. I hope everyone is doing well. I am happy to say that I have been tagged. I was tagged by Possum Patty in Just Journaling, or from Just Journaling with Possum Patty, for the hashtag tagyourturn collaboration. This collaboration was started by Carrie at the Paper Monkey. I will put her link below. I will put Possum Patty's link below, and I'm going to show you my tag and that I'm going to make. And in case I forget, I'm going to tell you right now who I'm tagging. I am tagging Birdie, the recycled hippie chick. Birdie, you're next. So let's get on with the tag. It's super simple. This is, if you're tagged, all you have to do is make a tag, or make one on camera, or just show one that you've made or something. So let's get on with it. I'm going to move my information sheet over here. So this is the inspiration that I'm going to make my tag from. This is a greeting card that I used to make these cards to sell, Christmas cards to sell. There's 10 different layers here. I don't know if you're going to be able to see them, but there's tulle with gold on it. There's cheesecloth. There's all kinds of papers and whatever. So I thought I would make a tag that is super layered because I want to make it a page in my December daily, or you know, use it as a page in my December daily. Look at her. Isn't she adorable? Oh my gosh. She was downstairs in my stash of stuff to use making Christmas ornaments and stuff. And I pulled her out and I was like, no, there is no way I can give her away or sell her. She is just so cute. So she's my little helper. I'm just going to put her over here. So for my tag, I just took a piece of scrapbook paper, and it's actually even thin paper, but like I said, this will go on a page in my existing December daily. And I just cut off the corners to make it tag shaped. So what I want is the layers like I did on that card. So to save you the agony of watching me, I have already cut most of the layers out. So we're going to go ahead and just kind of assemble this tag. So the first layer on top I'm going to put is, well, let me first of all show you my focal point. Now, Possum Patty, she made a cute little wardrobe, paper wardrobe that opened up, and she had an ugly sweater hanging in that closet, which was absolutely adorable. The sweater is actually the tag for journaling. And I kind of wanted to go a little bit, she gave me this idea. Anyway, this is the focal point I'm using, these vintage cute little snowmen. This is from a piece of paper from Reminisce, the company Reminisce. Now, I have this frame here. This frame is from Minte. It's a paper that has all kinds of frames on it. Beautiful two-sided paper. But I just got this frame here, and it fits perfectly around my two little snowmen. So what I'm going to do first actually is go ahead and attach the snowmen so that they can dry, and then we're going to layer up some other stuff, and then we're just going to stick them on, and it's going to be that simple. But it's going to be cute because the layering really adds a special touch. So I'm just going to I'm just getting it on here where I like what's in the frame. And now this paper by Minte has, it's not a cutout paper. I had to cut it out with an X-Acto knife. There was a picture in here, or a different paper inside. So I had to use an X-Acto knife, and I did pretty much a butcher job. I mean, but it's okay. It'll be okay. So there's that. That's going to be my focal point, so I'm just going to put that over there for right now. So to layer up the tag, all I really do, I mean, and this is all kinds of layering, right, is you just take the papers and keep getting smaller and smaller as you go. But I didn't want to just do square paper. In my card, I don't know if you saw, but like in the card, these bottom layers here, these bottom 3 layers here are all cut out with a die that I have in different sizes, like, you know, a die, how the die sets have the same shape but in different sizes. And it's just kind of like this really rough edge. And so I really like that. But I don't have my dies here. So some of these are going to be torn layers, and some are just going to be cut. And you can do it, you know, whatever whichever way you want to do it, right? And I was thinking also fun, super fun, if you don't have the die, you don't need the die. If you have those fun little edging scissors, those would be good to use too. But again, I don't have any of those here, and that's like a little note I'm going to make to myself. I see them all the time at thrift shops, and I was like, oh yeah, but I've already got that. Yeah, I've got that at my other house. I don't have that here, so I should get some of those for here. So I'm just going to go ahead. Now I did, on this little piece, I did do some very light inking with color box chalk in brown. Just very, very light though, because this image is not a like really dark image where I feel it needs to be super grungy and everything. So, okay, so that's, and I know I'm sorry that this is shaking the table. The setup here is not that great. Okay, so there's that piece. Now I have, I've got this piece of black, and I know, you're thinking, ugh, black on a Christmas thing. But if you look at the background on my snowman here, they do have black in the background. Very little of this is actually going to show. It's just going to kind of peek out like a slip from your skirt, right? Well, we hope it doesn't stick out unless you're intending it to. But anyway, it's just going to be peeking out of the bottom, and it's just going to put a little bit more color, you know, that's from the picture. I'm sticking with colors that are in the picture and not going wild and just, you know, using any color, you know, that there is. Okay, so I have that on there. Now I've got this green, and see this one here I tore this piece here, and I was thinking of putting it something like this, with this green going up like this, and then see how just a little bit of the black is going to be showing. And then I made myself two little banner pieces, one in red and one in this green, and I was going to layer them up like that and stick them coming out this way like this, something like that. So I think that that would be super cute. Like I said, you can just see hints of the black, but before I glue that all down, I did find, and again, I'm going to refer to my card. Right here, there is a snowflake, one of those snowflakes from Dollar Tree sticking out, those puffy glittered foam snowflakes. And guess what? I have some here. Hallelujah. So I think I'm going to use one of these somewhere under the frame also. And I'm just trying to figure out where I would use it. I can't stick off the page too wildly much because it does have to fit in my December daily. And so I'm not even sure here, like maybe just a little bit off the side like that, something like that. So what I think I'm going to do is, what's going to go down next? Let's go ahead and stick. Okay, let's go ahead. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and stick these pieces down, the green. I was going to try use this dark green because there is some dark green in this band on his little hat. I just couldn't make it work though. And then just serendipitously, I flipped it over and realized, oh, there's a lighter green on that side. So I went with the lighter green because I just couldn't get this dark green to work. I don't know what I was doing wrong. I mean, someone else might have been able to say, oh, just do this and it would have been fine, but I couldn't figure it out. Anyway, so I'm going to put that one like that. And then this one is going to come up like this. But I also have a tiny little piece of cheesecloth. Do I want to use the cheesecloth or the snowflake under here? This is going to be a little bit different from the card, so okay, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and glue the paper down, and then we're going to cut the snowflake in half, or use two snowflakes, because I'll check my desk, but I don't believe I have any pop dots here to pop my image up if I do use that snowflake. So I might have to use the snowflake itself as a pop thing. What do they call? Yeah, no, I don't. Okay, so I've got that on. Now I need to just glue. I'm just going to use a glue stick on this paper to this piece here. And I'll try to get it even here. Like this. Okay. So see, just a little bit of that red is showing around the green. And we're going to have that coming down like this, like I said. And I don't want it terribly long, maybe about there. So I'm just going to go ahead and glue it there. Oops. I'm using this Eileen's, this is clear tacky glue. And the only reason I'm using it is because I'm trying to get rid of it. And you know, this year is almost over. And I have not used half the craft supplies I have wanted to use up. But that doesn't mean I'm going to quit trying, right? I'm going to keep going. Okay. Okay, so like that. And then we can just put our little snowmans on like this. Isn't that cute? I love it. But this is where I want to put these snowflakes in. So since they are popped up, I think I'm going to actually use them kind of like a pop dot. I'm going to, let's see, I want this about here because I do want some of the green showing at the top and down here. So I pretty much like it the way where it is now. So I'm just going to have to lift this up and put the snowflake in. Okay. So now you see what's happened is because this is foamy, the picture's sticking up, but it's not up here. So I'm going to use another one. I love these things, by the way. I buy them every year. I didn't buy any this year because I didn't see them actually. And I use these for so much, especially card making. Okay, so then I've got my snowflake sticking out here. I'd like to go ahead and have one sticking out here about the same amount. So I'm just going to stick that down. And see, now they will act as a pop dot, you know, pop dots for me so that this image with the snowmans is sticking up a tiny little bit. It's not going to add too much bulk to my December daily. But I think the only place I can really, at this point, glue it on is at the lower part of the snowflakes here because everything else is lower. And I don't want the picture to go on like kind of bumpy, like it's raised in some places and not others. If it's raised, I want it raised everywhere. So I'm just going to go ahead and stick it on. So it's actually sticking to those popped up snowflakes. Is that kind of straight-ish? Yes, it is. Okay. Okay, I like that. I think that's super cute. All right, now there's only a couple other things we can do here. So can you see all the layers so far? You can see here, this. I love this. I love making my cards like this and like this tag. Now, instead of making a tag with a hole in the top, because a lot of the ones I've made from my December daily have a hole in the top and then they have the ribbon or trim or whatever going through. What I want to do for this one is I'm just going to staple it on, not make a hole. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to try something a little bit weird. It may or may not work. Okay, so because I want both, I don't want to fold it because then, you know, you get one side of the ribbon is bad and one's good. So I've cut it so it's like this. So both sides will be good. And let's go ahead and just trim those edges. I don't care if the edges are even with each other, like at the top, but I do want the cuts to make sense, like, you know, this to make sense. Okay, so if we put this at the top like this, and we're going to staple it on, I wondered what if I also took a tiny, yeah, let's go for it. It's Christmas, because you know what? Christmas is the one time of year where we can really get away with going overboard, right? So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to staple all of this together like this. Let's see if this is going to work. Yeah, like I always say, it's either going to work or it won't work. Oh, it did work. Okay, yay. Okay. I should have had a little more confidence that I could staple a couple things together. Look, isn't that cute? Okay, so now we've got that. So the only other thing I want to put on here, and then what I will probably do is either make a pocket for this in my December daily, or I will put a writing spot on the back. I might make it a tip-in. I'm not sure. But what I want to do is put a word on there. So using up the stuff I have, I don't know what possessed me to buy these stickers. They're not really my cup of tea. I don't know why I bought these. Unless they just came in a package of Christmas stickers like from the yard sale or something. I don't know. But it's got the word joy right here in red. And I was thinking I might just put it right here on the corner of this frame. And so I was like, oh, good, I'll just peel the word off. And then I realized, you know what? Whoever made these stickers, it's not a word, it's the letters. So you have to take them off yourself. So there is no way in my world that this is going to be straight. Putting stickers, tiny little stickers on with my big old fingers. So it's going to be a little wonky, but that's okay. I'm all right with that. And one more. There. Okay. Okay, so there it is, guys. What do you think? You like the layering? I love the layering. I'm going to be making cards again this year to sell next year. Well, I'm going to make them next year to sell next Christmas. Because they were a good seller, and I really enjoy just using the layers and like this. It's super easy, but it's very effective, I think, to get, you know, different colors and stuff from your image. A good way to do that. So that is it. That is my tag for the hashtag #tagyourturn. Carrie, thank you so much for this collaboration. It's super fun. And please be on the lookout for a video from our dear friend Birdie at Birdie the Recycled Hippie Chick, because she's going to be next. So I hope you guys like this video. Please give me a thumbs up if you did. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I ask that you do. Until the next video, I hope all of you are truly blessed. Bye-bye.